Can a NATO member Turkey join BRICS? In the past, we have seen that France also showed a desire to become a member of BRICS. They wanted to take part in the BRICS summit last year. How would the US look at such a development? So Turkey is kind of the joker in the pack, so to say, when it comes to the NATO nations. The Turks have their own ambitions and their own agenda. Turkey. Let's take a look at where Turkey is. But Turkey is very important for NATO. Why is Turkey so important for NATO? It's because it commands a strategic position in at the crossroads of what is regarded as Asia and Europe. So Turkey is in possession of the Strait of Bosphorus. This is uh, so the Turkish Straits is the prized possession that Turkey owns. The strait that exists between the Black Sea and the Sea of Marmara, which goes through Istanbul. So that's the Strait of Bosphorus. That's an incredibly important waterway. And then you have the Strait of the Dardanelles, where lots of action happened in World War One, 1915. This is another incredibly important geographical choke point. So Turkey controls two vital choke points between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. And any warship that passes through these straits has to display itself. It has to show itself. It cannot pass through unseen, undetected, according to the treaties that have been signed. Essentially, it's about Russia, because the Black Sea region is dominated by Russia. You have Crimea, you have the Ukraine region, you have parts of Russia and Russian dominated territories, and you have the Black Sea Fleet, the Russian Black Sea Fleet, which is based in Sevastopol and the other parts of the region. It used to be Odessa as well during the USSR days. Now it's mainly Sevastopol, Simferopol, and so on. So any Russian warship that wants to transit from the Black Sea to the Mediterranean has to pass through the Strait of Bosphorus and the Strait of the Dardanelles. So that is why Turkey is so important for NATO. And Turkey has been rent seeking. It's based on its geographical location for the longest time and extracting favors from the West. And that's why the US likes to keep Turkey in good humor. And, that's why Turkey gets a little more leeway than other nations in NATO. Now, Turkey has its own imperial ambitions. It used to be the Ottoman Empire. Obviously, they will want to revive the empire someday in the future. And Mr. Erdogan, the current Sultan, I mean, the current leader of Turkey, has those oversized or neo-Ottoman ambitions. They are active in parts of Syria. They've been active in parts of Iraq as well. Turkish soldiers, right? It is alleged that they had something to do with ISIS as well, Daesh, whatever you want to call it. Names don't matter. The organization, it actually matters. And they're also involved in North Africa, the Turks. So they have these oversized geopolitical ambitions, and they have this love-hate frenemies relationship with Russia, which goes back to the Ottoman days. Okay, and the Turks have acquired the Russian S-400 system, because of which they were frozen out of the F-35 program by the Americans, and so on and so forth. A lot has gone down in this region. So now coming back to BRICS, once we understand the geographical aspect of it, why Turkey is important because of the straits, the waterways it controls. Uh, so Turkey, on the one hand, has its own agenda, which is separate and distinct from that of NATO. They would like to have reasonably good relationship with Russia, which is something that NATO and the Americans won't want, but it's there. Erdogan and Putin have a reasonably decent working relationship. So now, what about BRICS? The Turks seem to have indicated that they want to be a member of BRICS. Well, can you be on two camps in two opposing camps simultaneously? You really can't, right? But the French tried that. They Monsieur Macron wanted France to become a member of BRICS and participate in the BRICS summit. Obviously, that was vetoed. That was rejected by whatever mechanism BRICS has. And now Turkey. So France is one of the core members of NATO. a long-standing member of NATO. So is Turkey. So now that France obviously was rejected, now Turkey is trying this. So why would Turkey do this? Is it that the Americans have told Turkey to try and infiltrate NATO, just like they may have told France to do that? So is it that Turkey is trying to be a spy within BRICS on behalf of NATO? Or is it that Turkey actually wants to be a part of NATO? I think there's a bit of both. It's a superposition of both uh, possibilities. To some extent, Turkey may act as a spy if it gets into into BRICS, a spy on behalf of NATO. Also, Turkey may actually want to be part of NATO and be on the, because it's an Eastern nation anyway, and it would like to gain some benefits from whatever benefits BRICS has to offer. So I think it's kind of both. So what's going to happen? Will Turkey be allowed into BRICS? I think not, because if you're a member of NATO, you essentially, from the perspective of Russia and China at least, you are the enemy, right? India is also kind of on both sides. We are not. India is not a member of NATO or a member of anything. India is a member of the Quad, which is not a military alliance. So India is not a treaty member of any anti-Russia or anti-China organization. The Quad can be portrayed to be kind of anti-China, but it doesn't have any such thing in the charter and all that. So that's where you are. So how will the US look at this development? The US probably to some extent may be behind this. They may have told the Turks try and get into BRICS. They may be behind this. And if they're not, they would be very concerned. But I think they may perhaps be behind such a move.